Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 130 of Cameron Sports Podcast. It's the host here, Cameron. I'm back with a brand new episode. Today's episode. Well, first off, let me say this. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I did not want to film this episode because the fan in me, that's a fan of my LA Chargers, after that humiliating loss to the Giants and this even worse loss to the Commanders, I didn't want to show my face on camera. But I'm like, you know what? If I'm a journalist, if I really love my channel and love my supporters, subscribers, I gotta do it. I made a promise. I said, hey, win or lose, I'll cover my team all season. Even when it's bad, I gotta do it. And I'm owning up to that. And I'm doing it, so let's get right into it. So my Chargers have lost 2 straight games now after starting 3-0. We played all our first 3 games against our AFC West rivals, the Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil, the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Football, and the Denver Broncos at home in LA. Then I'm like, 3-0 start. We looking good. Now we had injuries. Khalil Mack lost him, for a few weeks. I'm like, okay, but he'll come back. It's not a season-ending injury. Mekhi Becton concussion. I'm like, dang, another blow to offensive line because we already lost Rashawn Slater. Like I said the past few episodes about my Chargers, we lost him during training camp. When training camp first started, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Right after we just signed him to a huge deal, making him one of the highest paid highest paid tackles in the NFL. And I'm like, dang. And that really that really hurt our season because I expected Rashawn and Joe Alt to be our left and right tackle. Like, okay, we got Mekhi Becton. Our offensive line looks like we're going to be good, especially pass protection wise. Run game, I hope so, but at least protecting Justin Herbert, we're going to be good. He's going to be able to dice and throw the football. We're going to be good. That happened. Mekhi Becton goes out concussion. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, we can't catch a break. But okay, we got the Giants. We should be able to beat them. They starting a rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. I like Jackson Dart. But the Giants are the Giants. They really don't have much weapons outside of Malik Neighbors. They got young, elite, talented defensive line. I'm like, okay, I'll probably have to worry about their pass rush, but their secondary is trash. So I'm like, okay, if Justin Herbert can get a little bit of time, we can dash that secondary up, especially with running the football. We ended up losing that game, putting up 18 points. I was mad. I'm like, okay, it's NFL. It happens. Cool. But, I even said when I did my schedule prediction about my Chargers, I said every year we always lose to a team or two that we're supposed to beat. Like, we're clearly the favorite, and we find a way to lose. And we did. And I'm like, okay, I'll let that go. The Commanders, now they played the Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota started. But I'm like, okay, I expect Jaden Daniels to possibly be back. I expect Deebo Samuels to play like he did against Atlanta. Terry McLaurin, I'm not sure. I don't know if he'll play. But I expect Jaden Daniels. And then it was announced Jaden Daniels will be playing the game against us. So, like, okay. And this is one of the games I had us losing. The Giants game, no. This is the game I had us losing because I'm like, okay, Jaden Daniels, he's a good quarterback, one of the top 12, 10 quarterbacks in the league. I think it'd be a close game, but I feel like he might get us. That's what happened. I expected him to get us, but not like this. The Commanders defeated my Chargers 27-10. The score was 10-0. I was looking at my phone, checking the score. I'm like, okay, 7-0, 10-0. I'm like, okay, we're doing good. I'll go back and check it. 10-7, 10-10. I ain't gonna lie, doze off a little bit. I look up, it's 20-10. I'm like, damn, we only scored 10 points. 10, like, we can't get nothing going. I look at highlights. We had a punt, I think a punt return that was called back over a dumb penalty because they roughed the kicker. Like, come on. And then Justin Herbert threw a key interception. We couldn't stop the run. like the Commanders just went on a 27-0 run in the second half, and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me! Like, what's going on? Like, and then even worse, Amari Hampton goes down, our rookie running back, who the past 2 weeks looked like he's going to be a star. Like, he's finally breaking out. He had 70+ rushing yards against Denver. He had 100 against the Giants. Like, that, when I said that's the only good thing that came out of that Giants game was Amari Hampton went over 100 yards. He looked good. He looked physical, fast. Like I said, really, in that Giants game, the touchdowns we had didn't come on long drives. They came on 2 long, deep plays. The 30, 40-yard plus touchdown pass to Quentin Johnston, that was a long touchdown. And then Amari Hampton's touchdown, 90-some yard, 88, like a 70, 80, 90-some yard. That was that touchdown. Outside of that, we didn't get nothing going. A long drive, nothing. So, like, he went down, and we already lost Najee Harris before the seat. I think week 1. Yeah, we lost him week 1 against the Chiefs. I was like, okay, then Najee, not the best running back, but he was consistent with 1,000 yards. His first 5 seasons in the league. And I'm like, okay, that's good depth. And then we lost him. I'm like, that sucks, but we still got Amari Hampton. Lose him, he's out for at least 4 weeks now. I'm like, it's like my Chargers can't catch a break every year this happens. Like, I don't know what it is. The Spanos curse, our owners, our medical staff, like something like this. This is ridiculous. Like, we have all the talent in the world. We get hurt every year. That's what kills me. Like, when we had Joey Bosa and all these talented players, like Joey Bosa would be a top 5 pass rusher in the league right now if he could just stay healthy. But he could never stay healthy. By the third game, he's hurt. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And it's just so frustrating as a fan and also as a journalist, because this team is so talented. We've had a lot of talent over the years, especially with Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gaines, LaDainian Tomlinson, Darren Sproles, Quentin Jenner, Antonio Cromartie. Plenty of years, Vincent Jackson, that we had the team to Evan Ingram, Joey Bosa had the talent to go win a Super Bowl, but every year injuries get us. And each one we had, the Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, we slowly lost a player. We lost Najee Harris to the Chiefs. We lost Khalil Mack against the Raiders, and he was balling in that game. He had a sack. But we lose the offensive lineman. We lose like every game. We have lost somebody so far. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of expect at some point injuries gonna catch up to us, and they did. And the NFL is gonna catch up to you quick, and it just sucks. And also, like, this is the second game in a row that our Chargers failed to score 20 points. The Giants 18 points. That's the same Giants team that gave up over 40 points to the Cowboys. We couldn't even score 20 points. And the Commanders, we didn't even get close to scoring 20 points. We only scored 10. We didn't score nothing in the second half. Nothing. Like, you could have kicked a couple field goals at least. Like, to make it seem like you tried. But 10 points at home, not even on the road, at home. I was so disappointed in my team, especially my quarterback, Justin Herbert. He doesn't let me down a lot of the times, but this is bad. Like, you would think 22 of 29, 166, 100, going 22 of 29. You're like, okay, if you have a stat line like that and you only have 7 incompletions, you would think, like, okay, Justin Herbert had he probably threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Nope. Only 166 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 4 carries for 60 yards. He led the team in rushing for the third time this season. That's bad at all. Like, I get it. I like when Justin Herbert can use his legs. Like, okay, like, you need that a lot of the time, especially in this league. You need a mobile dual threat quarterback, and he can use his legs. But leading the team in rushing, we can't have that. We literally cannot have that. But I was mad. I'm like, 22 or 29? How you only throw for 166 yards going 22 or 29? If you was a rookie quarterback, okay, I can get that. But you're in your 7 year. Like, come on, Jay Herbo. You're better than this. You're a top 10 quarterback. You're better than this. And I was extremely disappointed. Our receivers, Keenan Allen, had 5 catches, 58 yards. I don't know what happened to Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey. Like, it just... But apparently, I guess we didn't have enough time to throw the ball. What we did, we had over 300 yards of total offense. But when you turn the ball over twice and had 10 penalties for 85 yards, you're not going to win. And we had 34 minutes of time possession. We had more possession. Because I think when I looked at the stat, the Commanders had like 20-something minutes of possession. So we had almost double the possession time they did and still only scored 10 points. I'm like, how do we have 34 minutes of time per possession and only score 10 points? But like I said, when you have 2 turnovers, 10 penalties for 85 yards, it kind of makes sense a little bit. Just a little bit. It's still aggravating. Like, really aggravating. And I know every episode so far that I did cover my charts, I did do pros and cons. I'm going to start with my pros. There are none. There's nothing good I got from this game. Not one thing at all. Our offense could only put up 10 points. No running game. Receivers didn't. Nobody showed up. Defense just let the Commanders just go buck wild on us. There's nothing good. Well, if I could think of something, the Chiefs lost to the Jaguars, but that's the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs gonna bounce back. I'm not worried about them. Even if they're 2-3, but in the way the injuries are hitting us, I feel like Denver might win the division. If Kansas City does continue to struggle, I could see Denver winning this division. Because Bo Nix may not be an elite quarterback, but he's doing what he needs to be done to win. That Denver defense is elite. Led by defense player Patrick Surtain, like, they could do something. The Broncos could do a little something, I'm not gonna lie. But the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs gonna be fine. It's us I'm worried about. Yeah, we might not even make the playoffs. All seriousness, one thing about me, as I got older, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm not delusional. I'm not no casual. I wouldn't have started a sports podcast if I was. I wouldn't be serious about being a sports journalist if I was. I could keep it real with my team, and I don't think we look like a playoff team. I want the MVP talk of Justin Herbert to end, Super Bowl winning, the AFC West. Like, no, until we get back on track. Maybe later in the season, if we start back winning and we're looking good, then you can say, okay, the Chargers might do something in the playoffs. But even then, I don't hear no noise until we win a playoff game. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, every year they do this. But that game, no pros. There's no pros. Cons, like I said, only scored 10 points. Multiple turnovers. Penalties for 85 yards total. Herbert looked average. Like I said, going 22 or 29 and throwing for under 200 yards. 1 touchdown and 1 pick. Omarion Hampton is now hurt. He will miss multiple weeks. And we have no run game. I don't know who I could look at our depth chart. I forgot our running back's name, but I don't know how we're going to be able to run the ball now. Because we got no offensive line. I think Mekhi Becton is still hurt. Joe Alt, he's going to be out for a few weeks. And obviously Rashawn Slater is out for the season, before the season even started. So, and then our starting center now has gotten benched. So he won't be starting in the game. We're going to have a new player starting that center. So now it's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what to think as a Chargers fan. That's why I barely wanted to do this episode, y'all. But like I said, the journalist in me, like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it for my love of the game, my love of my podcast, love of my subscribers. I gotta do it. But it hurts. It hurts a lot because this team has so much talent over the years. I know we can win a Super Bowl if we could just get one healthy season, just one. I feel like my Chargers could do some noise. If we have one healthy season, just one. And also, like I said, usually what I do in every episode, I do, player of the week. Nobody, because just like the pros, there's nothing good from that game that I saw. Not one thing. Like literally 10 points, 10 penalties for 85 yards, 2 turnovers, 34 minutes of time possession, and you only scored 10 points. Herbert led the team in rushing. He had an average game passing wise. Receivers didn't really do anything. There is, like I said, I would do a player of the week. If we lose, like the Giants, that was a close game. We lost. Cool, we only lost by 3 points, but we lost by 17 double digits in this game. At least the Giants, Omari Hampton looked amazing. So I took a positive from that game. Like, okay, Omari Hampton looks like he could potentially be a star. We got our guy that we drafted in the first round of this year's draft out of North Carolina. I could take a positive out of that. But this game, 10 points at home against the Commanders. Not saying the Commanders are a bad team, no, but only 10 points. Come on now. There's nothing good or no player of the week. Like, I'm disappointed in this whole team because, like I said, my whole life they done stuff like this. I remember one season we found, like I said before, different ways to lose. Whether it's a missed extra point, a fumble on kickoff, an interception, running back fumbles. It's just ridiculous. How many? I don't know if it was like the 2000. No, it was the 2010. It was in the 2010s, like somewhere between 2010 and 2012. We found like different ways to lose, like almost every week, and it's just, I don't know. And now like our next game is at Miami. You would think Dolphins 1-4. They got a terrible defense. Tua, he's good. But he ain't even really playing all that best. They lost Tyreek Hill for the season with an ACL. So, okay, but, it's at Miami still. It's not easy to play at Miami. I think it'll be a 4-something game, so it's going to be hot. It's still going to be hot around this time. I just think with our offensive line being terrible, no run game, Herbert probably going to have to throw the ball 40 times, so that's going to put him in harm's way to get sacked a lot. So, I'm really not confident in this game. I'm not going to make my prediction until my next episode. But I'm nervous. I really am. And plus, like I said, again, I would think, the Dolphins who just lost against the Carolina Panthers, you'd think like, oh, we could beat the Dolphins. If they lose to Carolina, no. That would be the casual fan in me saying that. And really, Dolphins were on the road. So, and Carolina's been doing some decent good things this season. Not playing too bad, to be honest. Bryce Young looks okay. The rookie Terra McMillan out of Arizona, first round pick, he looks good. I think Xavier Legette, their first round pick of last year's draft, is starting to do a little bit better. So, and then Rico Dotto, I forgot his name, the running back they got from Dallas in free agency, he ran for over 200 yards. So that definitely played a key factor. Him running up for over 200 yards against Miami, that played a real big factor. And I just don't see us running for 200 yards. I don't even know if we're going to run for 100 yards, let alone, just saying 200. We might not even run for 100 yards. And you would think, like, okay, they don't got Tyreek Hill, they got Jalen Waddle. Well, if I don't play fantasy like that, but if I'm a person and you got a fantasy team, you got Jalen Waddle, I would start him. Because this could be a game he goes off big time. And because I don't have faith in my defense. I don't have faith in my team right now. I'm not going to lie. Especially with the injuries, I'm disappointed. And this could be 3 losses in a row. Like, that's crazy. Start the winning 3 straight games against our AFC West rivals. And then turn around and lose 3 straight. This would be a much needed win for us. At this point, I'll take a close win or like anything. If we just barely win, I'll take it. But I'm just not all that confident, y'all. I'm mad. I'm pissed. like I said, the fan and the journalist in me, because this team is so much talent. We keep wasting Justin Herbert's potential. Like I don't know. It's like the injury bug. I know football injuries happen, but it's like, why my team? Why every year? Why? How do teams like the Chiefs stay healthy for the most part? Like how? Like why is it always us? Like it's always something, man. Like the medical stuff. I don't know. I kid you not, y'all. I remember players like I said, Joey Bosa. I remember a player like Jason Verrett, really talented corner. We drafted in the first round out of TCU. He could have been a shutdown corner. He probably could have been what Stephon Gilmore was for the Patriots. He could have possibly been a defensive player of the year type of player. Maybe a Hall of Famer. He was very talented. It was games where we played the Steelers. He shut down Antonio Brown. Made it hard for him. But the one thing that kept him from being great was injuries. I remember one off season or around training camp, he got hurt non-contact just running towards ACL. I'm like, how do you get hurt just running, like, or walking? Like how? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Non-contact. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man. And he just kept getting hurt like almost every year. Really good player, just like Joey Bosa, really good player, but injuries keep getting him. It happens, and it's just crazy. I just hope and pray Mekhi Becton comes back, Khalil Mack, Amari Hampton, Joe Alt. Like, if they can come back, we can maybe do something. But I'm nervous. Like the Dolphins, I think after that we got the Colts, and the Colts are legit. I told one of my homeboys who work on first shift in my job. Shout out to my boy. It's just crazy. He's a Colts fan. It's just crazy. And I told him, I was like, yeah, Colts are legit. I said, hey, I'm nervous when we play y'all because they may win the AFC South. It's between them and the Jags. I think the Colts are a legit playoff team. I'm not gonna go Super Bowl. I ain't going that far. But they are a legit playoff team. I think it could be two teams from the AFC South make the playoffs. The Colts and the Jags. I don't know who's going to win the AFC South, but I think both of them can make the playoffs because I don't know if my Chargers will. It'll probably be two teams for AFC West. It'll be the Chiefs and the Broncos. Colts, Jags, that's 4. Like everybody else, I'm not so sure. The Steelers, because the AFC North is horrible. The Bengals are trash. With or without Joe Burrow healthy. Browns are hot garbage. The Ravens defense is hot garbage. The Steelers are just they're there. So I guess the Steelers. Other than that, I really don't know. Like I said, I think if I had to pick a team for AFC West, I think Denver should be the favorite to win AFC West right now. The Colts or the Jags, the AFC South, and Steelers. I'll say AFC North because that division is terrible right now. So, but it is what it is, y'all. Like I said, I kept it, 100. Win or lose, I'm gonna stick with my Chargers. I may be mad. I may have not wanted to do this episode, but I'm a journalist at the end of the day. So if I work for somebody like ESPN or something like that, or when my podcast gets even bigger and I have like 5,000 subscribers or 1 million, I gotta face the music, whether I'm wrong or right. I gotta face the music. So I can't accept nothing I would if I'm gloating about my team that we would if we lost real bad. So I'm not gonna hide nothing. But I do appreciate each one of y'all always tuning in for an episode, y'all. I know. Yeah, you can laugh, you can, I like I said, it's all right, So, but I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you want to touch down with Cam, please click the like button, click that subscribe button. Almost to 300. I definitely appreciate it if we can reach that before the end of the year. And then my next goal is 500. So, because I think that's one of the requirements I need on YouTube to take my YouTube channel to the next level to reach 500. But right now, just get to 300, but by the end of the year. And yeah, follow me on all social medias regarding Cameron Sports Podcast. And I'll catch y'all next time for another episode. This has been your favorite host, Cameron Lindsay, and your favorite sports podcast. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.